Circles. Let's talk about the standard form of a circle. You'll notice that we have h, or x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Now x and y will always remain as x and y, and so will the plus and the squares. Now the h and the k represent the center. Now notice that in the formula they have minus signs in front of them, but when we note the center, which is a point, h comma k, they don't have the minus sign. So what that means is you're basically going to change the signs. We'll do some examples to show you what we're talking about. And then r is the radius of a circle. Now notice in the formula it's r squared. So if it's given to be some regular number without the exponent, then we're going to take the square root of that. So let's do a couple of examples. We're going to find the center and the radius, and then we're going to graph it. Now notice we have x squared plus y squared equals 9 for our first example. I can write this in this form, and I'm going to do it like this so you can see. Now I need to put a number here after the x minus so that it doesn't change the problem. Now if I put in like 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's going to change the problem completely. But if I put a 0, x minus 0 is the same as x. I haven't changed anything. And the same thing here for the y, because there's no number being added or subtracted to the y. Now for the r, the radius, I need to think what number squared is 9. And that number is 3. And essentially all you're thinking of when you're thinking of the 9 or the radius is what's the square root of 9? 3. So what that means is I'm going to use C for center. The center is 0, comma 0. We don't have to worry about the signs when we're dealing with zeros. And then the radius is 3 because 3 squared is 9. So we're looking for what number squared gives us 9. Now we're going to use that information to actually draw the graph. So the first thing you want to do is plot the center, which is 0, 0. I'll put a C there. And the radius is 3. So from the center, we want to go up 3. We'll put a dot there. Go up to the right 3. Put a dot there. Down 3. And then to the left 3. We're going the same distance all the way around. That's what makes a circle a circle. It's the same distance from the center. Now this is going to be a freehand graph, so forgive me if it's not very good, but you should get the idea. That's a perfect circle if I've ever seen one, but you get the idea though. Let's do one that's a little bit more complicated, but not really. And I'm going to show you all you're really doing. For this one, the center. Now we have our h and our k. If you remember what I said about with the formula how to find the center and the radius, you change the sign. Since it's x plus 4, we're going to use a negative 4. Since it's y minus 2, we're going to use a plus 2, or just regular 2. Now notice also that the h and the k, all the h means is it's the one with the x, and the y is nothing but the number, or the k is nothing but the number with the y. And if you think about your alphabet, x comes before y, h comes before k. So h is always first, k is always first. That's why in points it's always x comma y. X comes first in the alphabet. So there's no difference here. H comes before k. Change the sign, that's negative 4, and then change the sign, that's positive 2. And if you really want to know what's going on, we can write it like this. If you want to write it in correct form, because you want to see why. Let me erase this. Now I don't have to do anything to y minus 2 because it already has a minus sign. Over here, and to put the minus sign in because of standard form, well, I got to think, what times a negative is a positive? Well, another negative is. So it's actually x minus negative 4. That's why we're using negative 4 and then the 2. And then 25, you think about the square of 25, and that's 5. Well, that's 5 squared. So all you're doing is change the sign, take the square root, and use that information to draw the graph. I'm going to bring it down here. Negative 4, 2 is the center, and the radius is 5. So let's plot or draw our circle. Negative 4, 2 is left 4, and then up 2. The radius is 5. Once again, I'm going to count 5 up, down, left, and right from this center. This is the only center I know. There's 1, then up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then down 5. Always counting from the center of the circle. That's 5, 5, 5, 5. Then connect the dots. Perfect circle. But you should get the idea of what's going on. And maybe I will attach a video to this. Maybe I won't. If I don't, you have enough information here to do these kinds of problems. That's it.